All right, I got 4 protein hacks for you today that I'm gonna talk about. They're gonna help you stay lean and strong when you're traveling. You can use these at home as well, but these 4 things are gonna be real quick ways for you to be able to get some protein in your system ASAP. Now, I know some of these are unconventional, and I'm gonna be fully honest with you here. I am not a medical professional. This is not medical advice. It's just a few things that I do and I've done for years to help me maintain the muscle mass that I work so hard to get in the gym. If you do these protein hacks, you will keep your protein synthesis up, and that allows your muscles to heal quicker. It allows you to get stronger, quicker, faster, and again, maintain your gains, and that's the key here. The first one here is pretty interesting, and I've done this quite a bit, and I actually do it a lot. I do it every time I travel, and it's egg, glass, drinking an egg. Here's the one thing about drinking eggs. I know it sounds really gross, but when you're in a pinch, this is an awesome protein hack. And I mean, Rocky did it, so it can't be too bad, right? All right, so this is how you do it. You get 1 egg, glass. Don't spill it on yourself. All right, you got your egg, and then you get a chaser. I'm using my protein shake that I'm gonna show you in a second here. But take a drink, and bottoms up. Boom, there you go. That's a quick, easy way. Oh, gotta get that chaser. Doesn't really taste good, but that's why you just gotta drink it really fast and you'll be good to go. Ugh, not so great. But it works. That tasted not so great, but again, it's awesome protein. And the best thing about drinking eggs is that you can find eggs anywhere, any country you go to. I personally live out of 2 suitcases and I travel to the country every 3 to 6 months. And every country I go to, I can always find eggs. You can always find eggs. The egg that I just had was a healthy fed chicken, so it had high omegas and stuff like that. So it's really good. It's easy to find those eggs anywhere. So that's a really quick protein hack. Drink an egg and you'll be good to go. Now, I use this, especially if I'm staying in a hotel room that doesn't have a kitchen or anything. I just get a 6-pack of eggs, or 12-pack usually, and then I'll have like 3 or 4 eggs at a time, and that'll mean that I don't have to worry about cooking anything or doing anything, and that gives me a real quick boost of protein, a ton of protein actually. And here's another quick hack too that helps when you're drinking eggs is add some nuts. That's gonna jack up your fat consumption with those eggs. It slows down the absorption as well. True, nuts do have some carbs in them, but there's almost no carbs in raw eggs. So when you're mixing drinking eggs and nuts, you're gonna have a perfect food meal of high protein, high fat, and low carbs. That's a great little way to keep your protein synthesis up. And eggs are, like I said, full of protein. 1 large egg has 6 grams of protein in it and only half a calorie of carbs. But that's almost nothing compared to most foods. So that protein content is awesome. Eggs also have some seriously healthy fat in them, and that's exactly what I'm gonna tell you about right now. The fat that I'm gonna talk about in the eggs is really found in the yolk. That's the best part. It's full of healthy fat. It's mostly monounsaturated fat, and that's the same kind of fat that's found in olive oil, and olive oil is awesome for you. So it's that monounsaturated fat is phenomenal. So with the eggs, you're getting a high protein, a good amount of fat. So make sure you do eat the yolk, high fat, high protein, and not minced carbs. And also the yolk itself of an egg is packed full of choline and vitamin D. Now those are really good for brain health, and it's super helpful fighting depression and anxieties. And like I said, when you add nuts to it, it's a perfect little meal. So you just get your little bag of nuts or whatever, and get 6 to 10 nuts per like 2 to 3 eggs, and you're good to go. Number 2 hack that I'm gonna talk about is mixing your nuts with your protein shake. Now, nuts are super high in healthy fats. Fat content in the nuts really depends on what kind of nut you get, whether it's a cashew, walnut, whatever. You can find all different nuts in any different country. Like if you're in South America, which I go to a lot, Brazil nuts, so that you're gonna have a bunch of different stuff. And here are some nuts that are high in polyunsaturated fat. Walnuts, pine nuts, sunflower seeds. Polyunsaturated fat is a very healthy fat for you to have, so walnuts, pine nuts, sunflower seeds are really good. And then there are also some nuts that are high in monounsaturated fat, another super healthy fat. Those are almonds, pistachios, pecans, hazelnuts. Those are really high in monounsaturated fat. And you can probably guess the nuts that taste the best, at least in my opinion, probably yours too, but the nuts that taste the best are high in saturated fat. But if you're like me, you really, really dig these nuts and they're awesome. Those are cashews and macadamia nuts. Those are much higher in saturated fat. You know, you just have to weigh that into what you're gonna eat. But the macadamia nuts and the cashews are really easy to find in most all countries, and they're full of vitamins and minerals, so they're not bad for you. But when you're eating them, just be aware that they're high in saturated fat, and so consume accordingly and you'll be just fine. But again, add nuts to your protein shake and you're gonna basically slow the absorption of your whey protein, and you're also gonna get high protein and high fat. Again, that's really good for lean muscle growth, lean muscle repair. So these 2 hacks thus far are awesome, and I hope they help. Now, hack number 3 is canned tuna. Now this is probably the easiest way to get solid protein anywhere, and I mean anywhere in the world. And what's really cool about this is you can just slip it into your laptop bag or your briefcase or whatever, and these little protein powerhouses are easy to travel with because you just, there, you can put it in your jacket if you need to. Now, and I have to tell you honestly, I don't like the taste of these. They're gross in my opinion, but they work, man. That's like super, super packed with protein. Another thing too is, like I said, I travel all over the world, and everywhere I go, I find these. And I'm living in Vietnam right now, and the tuna can that I get is this one, and this costs like $1.50. And this one actually is, and this is a really good tip too, is to get them when they have an olive oil, a liquid olive oil base. It's a great base when you have it sitting in olive oil, because it adds some healthy fats to the mix, which is always awesome. So you get your can of tuna, and then you get some extra healthy fats on top of it. Now, when you get a can of tuna, the key is to get at least 4 ounces, right? Thankfully, most cans of tuna have 5 ounces. There'll be 5-ounce cans, there'll be like 12-ounce cans or whatever. You get the 5-ounce can or the 4-ounce can, depending on what country you're in, and you're good to go, man, because you just pop these in anywhere you got or anywhere you travel to. Question you're thinking, and I'm gonna answer here, is how much protein is in a can of tuna? Now, obviously, there are a ton of different brands you can choose from, but if you get a 5-ounce can, they pretty much all have around the same, around 42 grams of protein per can. Yeah, 42 grams, man. That's awesome. And here's the kicker, 0 carbs. I mean, you can't get better protein than that. That's why, even though I don't like these, I do eat them. And a little tip too is when I open the can is I put a little bit of pepper on there, like cayenne pepper, or even put a little bit of salt on there, some Himalayan salt or whatever, and it just, makes it a lot easier to eat. But this is one of the best protein hacks around, man. They fit anywhere and they're good to go, and you can get them anywhere. All right, hack number 4 is yogurt. I know it sounds really basic, because it is, but it's a great probiotic food. It helps you with a well-functioning gut, reduces inflammation. That's what yogurt does. It's amazing. Yogurt also improves the integrity of your intestinal lining, which is amazing because that helps you in the long run, helps you process food more effectively, which in turn increases the bioavailability of the food you eat, and especially the supplements you take. See, the problem is that people usually have such horrible gut lining and gut health that even if they're taking a bunch of supplements, they're only getting like 20% of the bioavailability of the actual supplement or the food they're taking. So yogurt is a really good one, especially if you're traveling. It's a great protein hack that's gonna help you in a lot of other ways, again, with that gut bacteria, or that gut, all the stuff in your gut that's getting the lining of the walls of your intestinal lining, so it's great. And another bonus that yogurt does is it's clinically been shown, it's been shown by studies, to decrease your insulin resistance. Now what that means is that your insulin levels will not spike as much as when you consume carbohydrates. That's awesome because it's gonna help you keep body fat off, because when you spike your insulin, your body goes in all sorts of fat adding messages is what happens with your brain and sends it, so that's good. And yogurt is also super high in protein, especially if you get the Greek kind. And that's the one I suggest you get whenever you're traveling or living wherever else in the world you're at. Shoot for the Greek ones. Greek yogurts generally have around 17 grams of fat and only 6 grams of carbohydrates and a ton of protein, generally, right? So now the fat will vary depending on which brand you get, but I mean, you got a ton of protein, high fat, generally low sugar. Now that's another key thing to watch for when you get your yogurt. Make sure you do not get the fat-free kind of yogurt. Avoid the fat, just don't get that, because almost every single brand of yogurt that has no fat puts in more sugar, and it's usually pure sugar, and that sucks. They do that because they want to make the fat-free yogurt taste better. So you're gonna sacrifice, and honestly, fat tastes better. It's more satiating anyway, and just avoid the fat-free yogurts if you can at all. Now, here's a traveling tip for yogurt. This is a really big deal. As soon as you land from anywhere you fly in on a plane, as soon as you land, check in your hotel or whatever, or just go from the airport to a convenience store or grocery store, make sure you get a local yogurt. This is a trick that Charles Poliquin I read about years ago, and I do it every time I travel. If you get the local yogurt, what this does is this exposes your gut and your whole intestinal wall to the local live and active cultures wherever you're living. Basically what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow you to process food locally better, and it'll keep you from getting sick. And what this does is it'll acclimate your body to the new environment that you're living in much, much faster. All right, there you have it. You got 4 protein hacks. You got your nuts, add those to your drinking eggs. You got nuts and protein shake. You got can of tuna, but it's really good for you. And then you got yogurt. rock on. So hope those help. And I got another video here for you to watch that's about dumb exercises, exercises you want to avoid. Don't do those exercises. I also show you some alternatives, exercises you can do with those. And I got another video here, right here for you. It's about zinc. I've got some scientific research that'll show you how it boosts your immunity and helps you boost your testosterone levels as well. And then I got a whole playlist here of exercises you can check out if you want to find some good workouts for home or whatever. If you're traveling, that's great. But thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Love to have you on the team. And hit the like button. That'd be really help. Be thankful so much for everything. And I hope this helps. Peace.